Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Kat Carter, and I am so excited that you have joined me today because guess who is in the house? Oh my gosh! My homeboy, Ron Rembert, is in the house. You are in store for a great treat. First of all, let's do some house cleaning. My media director, Cheryl, is on her bed of affliction. So I need you all to pray for her that she is feeling better soon. In the meantime, guess who gets to push all these buttons? So if I make a mistake, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm doing the very best that I can. All right. So Friday Night Live is a positive platform. And basically what we come to do is inform, innovate, and inspire. All right. So I do have an encouragement corner for you today. And my encouragement corner reads, I never want to overlook a solution because, oh, wait a minute, is my music too loud? My music might be too loud. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, shit! Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second, y'all. What did I do? Let me turn this down. Hold on, y'all. 1 minute. Okay, I practiced this like how many times? Let me just turn it off. How about that? That'll do it, right? Okay. So what I was saying was Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. And we have an awesome lineup for you tonight. My homeboy's in the house, Dr. Ronald Rembert Jr., and you are in store for an awesome treat, so stay right there. So let's look at our encouragement corner, and it reads, I never want to overlook a solution because I am caught up in the problem. So I make it a point to allow my belief in the power and the presence of God to be my focus. I believe in God, and that belief supports me during any challenge and inspires me to succeed. As I trust God to guide me, I create an atmosphere around me that nurtures me. God is both the giver and sustainer of my life, and I know that God is constantly pouring out pure, unconditional love to me. Whenever I take my awareness away from the confusion around me, the assurance of God satisfies the longing of my soul. God's steady assurance tells me that I will never have to face anything alone. God is my life and constant companion. Taken from the Daily Word, 365 days of love, inspiration, and guidance. And if you just came on and you missed it, I am solo today. My media director is on her bed of affliction. And so I am pushing these buttons and I am doing the very best I can. So do not judge me. So let me tell you about my artist of the week, Dr. Ronald Rembert Jr. Yes. He wears many hats. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a physician. He's a vocalist and a producer with a passion for the saxophone. He is the leader of the Ronald Rembert Combo, a music group versed in various styles of music, including jazz, gospel, and R&B. He is also the owner of Anointed Sax Publishing, and he has released 2 full-length independent recordings, One and Higher. Please welcome to Friday Night Live, our Spotlight Artist of the Week, Dr. Ronald Rembert Jr.
Awesome. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate the warm welcome. And thanks for having me on. Looking forward to sharing with everybody this evening. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for tuning in. And hopefully this will be something to encourage, uplift, entertain, but also inform you. So I'm going to be sharing a few songs this evening. Also talking about a few topics, including I have a new shoe, got a shoe line that I'm promoting, as well as a new single called Circles that I'll be performing later on during the broadcast. Also, I want to talk about some things that are near and dear to my heart. I'm also part of an organization called Champs Alumni Development. and we'll be talking about that later during the broadcast as well, and talking about a protest that's being planned for Monday at Rosalind Franklin University on behalf of 6 students that we're advocating for acceptance into their medical school. So we'll be talking about that in a bit as well. Awesome. So looking forward to sharing with you guys. Want you to sit back, relax, and just enjoy yourselves. So awesome.
All right, Dr. Rembert. So, what is your first selection tonight?
I love Maxwell, love R&B. So I'm gonna do a little bit of Maxwell. Hopefully I can do him some justice.
Okay, so we're ready for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ronald Rembert Jr.
It happened one morning when you were revealed. You were a dream that you should not have been sent fantasy real. You gave me this beating, baby, this rhythm inside. Yeah. You made me feel nice and feel good and feel love. Gave me paradise. Yeah. Should I realize? Should I realize? Yeah. That you're the highest of the high. I see it, so don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Should I realize that you're the highest of the highest? So don't ever wonder. So tell me how long it's gonna take until you speak, baby. 'Cause I can't live my life without you here by my side. Yeah, yeah. Say that you gave me the spirit, baby. Just make me feel something good, baby. There's feeling in my life. So, yes, should I realize that you're the highest of the highest? I'll see it. Don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. That reason highest. That you're the highest of the highest. I'll say it, so don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder.
Oh, that was beautiful, Ronald.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. I really enjoyed that selection. I know that song. So let's talk about some of your music. Talk about your music journey a little bit.
Okay.
So, who or what inspired you to start playing the saxophone?
I started off actually in grammar school. I went to this grammar school that was a school for the arts, and I had a music teacher named Miss Wallace. She started me off on the clarinet, and I was horrible. I mean, just she couldn't get it out of my hands quick enough, and she switched me to the saxophone, and we were both pleased after that. So, been playing saxophone ever since. Started out in fifth grade.
What other instruments do you play?
Play piano, keyboard, play some drums and percussion as well.
Wow, I did not know you knew how to play the piano. Oh my gosh. I learned something new. Okay. So, how would you describe the music that you typically create?
Definitely inspirational, but I like to have some smooth stuff. I love jazz, love R&B. Just that's just my thing. But also like doing music that really inspires people and also gives glory to God.
Amen. So, what is your creative process like?
It varies. Sometimes I get ideas like in the middle of the night, and then I'm sitting there just waking up trying to write them down real quick. Sometimes I'll be just going through the course of the day and then just hear a melody or hear a lyric, and then I just start writing it down, and then from there just start trying to develop the idea.
All right. How long have you been playing professionally?
Wow. Um,
Been that long?
like, wow, how long? I started off playing in high school, where that was like one of the first gigs that I ever did and got paid. And after that, I was just kind of like, wow. I mean, you get paid to do something that you love to do, but it's also just it's fulfilling because it's something that you would also do for free because you love it.
Right, right. So, if you had a choice, who would you most likely want to collaborate with?
Oh wow. Uh, it's so many people. I would love to do something with Stevie Wonder. I
Oh,
mean, just
yeah.
Stevie is phenomenal. Love Takes Six. Uh, who else? Like to do something with Maxwell. I mean,
Mhm.
he's still just one of the smoothest guys that is doing R&B. Um, also, who else? I like Kim as well. I like he's really smoothed out as well. Say that again. I think you're on mute.
Over everything. Sorry. Okay, so my cat has snuck in the studio. I apologize.
Good.
Um, if you could open any a show for any artist, who would it be?
Stevie
Stevie.
Wonder. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. So, how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Well, I think it's impacted it in a great number of ways. First of all, it's made the world much smaller so that people all over the world can hear artists. And I mean, people all over the world have heard artists for decades, but the internet has made it that much smaller. It also has given access to a lot of musicians that didn't necessarily have access to a major record label. People
Okay.
can now record at home and put it out, on YouTube or some other platform and get following from social media and really build up a following that way, as opposed to, having to tour and do a lot of shows and really build up a following that way where you're trying to get major label attention. And
Mm-hmm.
also nowadays, you don't necessarily even need to have a major record label behind you.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
So,
going to be real interesting with this COVID-19 to see what's going to happen as far as seeing a lot more shows and events on the internet. It's just going
yeah,
to be interesting to see what happens. Okay.
definitely.
So, what is your favorite song that you perform?
Uh, Love Ascension, that song I just did. There's a song from John Coltrane called Naima that I also love to perform. Like doing a lot of my own music. Um, and you'll hear some of that a little bit later in the
Okay.
broadcast.
Okay.
But love doing, some classic like jazz standards as well as a lot of the classic R&B.
Okay. I
Yeah.
want to ask you this question, but I probably know the answer. Which famous musician do you most admire and why?
John Coltrane for one, and
Hmm.
then Prince also.
Yeah.
So John Coltrane really just delved into the saxophone. I was listening to like Circle of Fourths, where he just, I mean, takes his music theory and then just expounds on it. And he was just a genius at just, understanding not only the complexities of different chord structures and rhythms, but I mean, just being able to just riff all over the place and just had true command of the instrument. And then Prince was just somebody who was just phenomenal. He played almost, I mean, what, 20, 30 instruments, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
definitely. Yeah. And well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to say he would write a song a day. So he would sit down and I mean, just he was just like a fountain of ideals
Mm-hmm.
and wasn't limited by style. He could play anything, rock, jazz, classical. I mean, you name it. And I mean, it's just, and he played it all well.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to see him live in concert in Rosemont before he passed away. And he did, what was it, a 2.5 hour concert where his band was the only band playing. And in the middle of the concert, he gave his band a break and did an acoustic set.
Oh,
He
wow.
let them all go backstage, and then he did a full acoustic set, and then had the band come back and did the second half of the show. And I'm sitting there just like, wow, okay. He was just phenomenal, just a
Phenomenal.
true entertainer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you had one message to give your fans, what would that be?
Um, be hopeful, but also do what you do because you love it, and do it to touch somebody else's life, not just your own. Hopefully, the music that I do inspires and encourages people,
Mm-hmm.
but I also want to tell people that there's hope. There's hope in God, but also there's hope in each other. And sometimes I think we lose focus on that, especially now in the midst of this pandemic where people have
Yeah.
been so separated and
Amen.
apart from each other, where, it's you can't even really touch people,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's good. Okay. So, do you have any new projects coming up or any events that you can tell us about?
um, well, I'm working on a third CD. As you mentioned, I've already put out two full-length
Mm-hmm.
CDs, one and higher. So I've got a single called Circles that I'm going to perform later in the broadcast.
Okay.
But I've just been writing for a while. It's like the last CD came out years ago. And since that time, I've been pretty busy, as a physician advisor, and working with various organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been trying to focus more, especially in the midst of all of this, on recording more and just getting some of these ideals recorded and get it out.
Okay. Um, I want to have you do shout outs, but I think I'm going to let you do shout outs at the end and give shout outs to
Okay,
everybody. How's that?
that'll work.
Okay, so it's time for another performance. You ready? You need to break a little bit. You all right?
I'm good. I'm
So, what
good.
you gonna do for us next?
This is a song off of that higher CD called Beautiful.
All
So
right.
this is an instrumental, and I want you guys to sit back and enjoy.
Okay. So what was the name of that song again, Dr. Rembert?
It's called Beautiful, and it's on my second CD called Higher.
Okay. So I have a giveaway. I have your CD entitled One, Ron Rembert 1-1. Let me see if I have a higher. Yep, I got one. So we're going to give one away today.
Awesome.
How about that?
Awesome.
What you think about that? So Labor Day is Monday. You got any special plans? You're going to be barbecuing anything for the weekend? Or?
I'm actually working this weekend.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, got to work, but it is what it is. On Monday, though, there is a protest that's being planned by Champs Alumni Development. So
Okay.
We can talk a little bit about that as well.
Okay. So let's do a Labor Day game, and then we'll talk about Champs. How's about that? I'll give you a chance to rest a minute. Okay. So, all right. So this is the deal, viewers. I need you to try to scramble this. This word has to do with Labor Day. Try to unscramble that, put it in the comments, and then I'm going to pick someone from the comments if you get it right. So what is that word? You have to unscramble it and figure it out. All right. Okay. All right. You see it? All right. I may bring it back up a little bit later. Ron, I also have a little video about Labor Day that I want to show. It's only about like 2 minutes long to give you a chance to kind of breathe a second.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that up, and then we'll be right back. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I put it up there. Okay.
In the early 1880s, labor conditions were pretty hard. A lot of new immigrants were coming to America. They were reasonably unskilled, but often quite cheap labor, and they were exploited for such. So that the typical workday could be 12 hours. They often worked 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. Child labor was not allowed, but it wasn't regulated, and so kids as young as 6, 7, 8, 10 worked in mills, and the conditions were not terribly safe. There were terrible accidents that occurred. The first Labor Day was September 1882. The founder probably was Matthew McGuire. He helped organize a major march and demonstration to affirm labor's rights. And 10,000 people marched. That was a Tuesday. It was the first Tuesday in September. What triggered a national Labor Day in 1894 was a rather dramatic strike that took place. The Pullman workers in Chicago went out on strike. The federal government intervened because the Pullman cars basically, with a boycott of them, stopped the American railway system from operating. So the federal troops were called out to crush the strike. People were killed. It was a terribly violent strike. It was not a happy day for labor. Government, being politicians, wanted labor on their side, and so as a concession, they then passed legislation authorizing a Labor Day, first Monday in September from then on. Labor Day has evolved since 1894. Increasingly, even the marches and the parades became really opportunities for a patriotic holiday more than actually a celebration of labor per se. But the union makes us strong. We have paid holidays because of the labor movement. We have an 8-hour day because of the labor movement. We have paid vacations because of the labor movement. We have health care, those of us who still have it, because of the labor movement. And it's a chance really to recognize those kinds of games. But over time, it's become much more than that. It has become, for all of us, the marker of the end of summer, the beginning of school, an opportunity for picnics, for barbecues. In its own way, ironically, Labor Day is as much about consumption as it is about labor nowadays. I'd like to think that the problems facing labor and unemployment are on people's minds. I'm sure that they are on people's minds. I'm not sure that Labor Day is triggering those concerns anymore. And that's unfortunate.
Okay, let me stop it. Okay, and let me remove it. This is like crazy when Cheryl is not in here. I tell you, wait. Hold on, Ron. I'm coming. Where is my mouse? Okay, there it is. Whew. Awesome. That was close. Yeah, my media person is not feeling well, so I have to do everything in here. So it's okay. All right, so let's talk about champs.
Awesome.
A little bit. Okay. So what does champs stand for? What is champs?
Champs started out as the Chicago Area Health and Medical Careers Program. It was founded in the late 1970s by Dr. Reggie Jones and Dr. John Bradley. They saw the need for minority representation in healthcare. Physicians, nurses, scientists, researchers, public health workers, and they started this organization with that in mind. And for over 4 decades, this program had been around and is still around to help students to find pathways into careers in the health fields.
So is this organization a local organization or is it national?
It's based locally, but we've worked with students all over the country, and we have physicians literally all over the world who have come through this. African-American physicians, Latino physicians, Asian physicians, but it's a program geared to get students of color and people of color into healthcare careers.
Okay. I saw this. I believe I was in the Chicago Sun-Times that you had sent me. What's going on in
Chicago
this picture?
Tribune.
Yeah. Okay, what's
this
going on?
This was a protest that took place on June 16th at Rosalind Franklin University. After the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and others, there's been a surge of support for Black Lives Matter. And we in Champs also support Black Lives Matter. But we also have students and faculty at the University of Rosalind Franklin University who stand with us. Currently, there are 6 students who came through a program, a pre-matriculation program, which is like a precursor to medical school, where if they do well in this program, they typically can get into medical school. And I actually came through this program and did well in medical school, graduated with honors, and became a physician. But currently, myself and others, including Dr. John Bradley, who is the president emeritus of Champs Alumni Development, which is basically the descendant of Champs, along with myself as president. There's Dr. Elliot Forte, Dr. Julia Harris, Dr. Monique Alfred Jones, Dr. Kimberly Battle, Dr. Chantel Shackelford, and others who are working with us to advocate for students in this program and in other programs around the United States, so that they have an opportunity to fulfill their dreams. But also, these students of color tend to be physicians of color who will go back to their communities and make a difference. As a matter of fact, my current physician, his name is Dr. Carl Lambert. He's attending at Rush Medical Center in Chicago. He was one of my mentees, and it's funny how God works stuff out. I don't believe in coincidences or accidents. He at one point was a student at Rush, and I came through Rush for residency and would go back and also give lectures there. And he was one of the few Black students in his class and matriculated successfully through medical school, residency, and then ended up working at the practice that I came out of, and then ended up going back to Rush as an attending physician, as a professor. And he's doing some phenomenal things that I'm very proud of him. But he's one of the people that I had an opportunity to mentor. And just I look at Champs as a program that continues to help and mentor. And as Champs Alumni Development, we're continuing that, working towards that goal of educating students of color to become physicians, nurses, researchers of color, but also to have a heart for their communities and to have a heart for change.
So tell us about the parade that you gave us a little brief description of what's going on. Is it this Monday, or there's? Yeah,
it's a protest that's being planned at Rosalind Franklin University for 6 p.m. Same place where you saw that picture taken, where we're protesting the 6 students who should have gotten into Rosalind Franklin University, into the Chicago Medical School. Yes, admit the 6. So that's our Facebook page, our Instagram and Twitter page, and it's hashtag Aspiring Black Doctors Matter, as well as hashtag Admit the 6. But we're advocating on behalf of these students. These are some phenomenal students. One of them, he's a West Point graduate. We have a student, she's a Dreamer, a DACA student. We've got students who are active in the community, active with a mentoring program that I'm a part of called the I Am Able Foundation, founded by Dr. Sweetie Conway. They've been mentoring others, even in the midst of all of this, and being leaders, respective leaders in their communities. So they've demonstrated, not only aptitude in doing well in medical school classes, but leadership in reaching out to those in the community. So we're definitely advocating for them and standing with them. So I'm sorry, were you getting ready to ask?
I was going to say, this is how we can get it. If anybody's interested and wants to contact, this is where they could find contact Champs. Is this it right here, or?
Yes, either through the Facebook page, or they can reach out to me directly as well.
Okay. All right. And I have at the anointedsex.com, that email, is that how they can get a hold of you?
Or they can email me at Ronald Rembert Jr. at gmail.com as well.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that sounds like a very, very good organization. I wanted to be a medical doctor. I don't know if that's going to actually happen. I've got, the age has kind of crept on me a little bit, but I am in the medical as a professor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very dear to my heart, and especially for our people, because you have some very smart students that come through that have great potential but don't have the opportunity or don't get the opportunity. So I think this is a great organization, and I think it's going to be really, really awesome. The parade, you say it's going to be at
It is a protest. Yeah, it's a
as a
protest at
protest. Okay.
Rosalind Franklin University. That's 3333 Green Bay Road in North Chicago, Illinois. That's 3333 Green Bay Road in North Chicago, Illinois. And that'll be Monday, Labor Day at 6 p.m. I won't physically be there, but I'll be there in spirit. But it'll be led by Dr. Dennis Garrett, and with participation from others in the community as well, including some of the community leaders.
Okay. Okay. So, Dr. Rembert, it's time for another selection. Are you ready, or you
Yes,
want me to play
indeed.
again?
And
So, what you gonna do next?
I was actually going to introduce you guys to my beautiful wife, Gaynell.
Please do.
Yeah, come on over, Gaynell. Just sitting over here. I got set up.
Hello, everyone.
Say hey.
How are you?
Hey, Gaynell.
Sitting in the background.
The Rembert, Team Rembert.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
it is. Awesome. It's good to
Okay.
see you, Gaynell.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay. Did you want to say any final comments about Champs before we go any further?
First of all, Dr. Bradley, who's, as I mentioned, the president emeritus of Champs Alumni Development, the organization that we have currently in place that I'm president of. Dr. Bradley has been invaluable to thousands of people, and wanted to honor him for his sacrifice and the sacrifice that he and Dr. Reggie Jones have made over the decades that they led Champs and touched the lives of many. They personally advocated for me after, some things happened. I graduated successfully from University of Illinois at Chicago, and was supposed to go to medical school there. And some things happened there that, I'm not even going to go into detail about. But what ended up happening is they introduced me to the program, the pre-matriculation program at Chicago Medical School. And basically it allowed me to thrive. And as you mentioned, many students of color just need the opportunity.
Yeah.
A lot of times we've had doors closed in our faces because we may not have had the standardized test scores. And, we've got studies showing that those standardized test scores can be biased towards students, non-students of color, or students that aren't, of a Black and Latino background.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is scores don't necessarily represent who we are, and just be given an opportunity and just to run with it, because it was always one of my dreams to become a physician, even as a child. Mm-hmm. And people thought I was crazy because I grew up on the west side of Chicago talking about I'm going to be a doctor. And they're like, who you know that's a doctor? Nobody in your family's a doctor. I said, no, nobody is, but I'm going to do it. And they thought I was crazy. But, sometimes you got to show people, and you can show them better than you can tell them. But right. Programs like Champs Alumni Development can help people to realize their dreams. And I just want to encourage each and every last person listening and watching. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody discourage you from doing what it is that you've been called and created to do. There are people who are naysayers, and sometimes those naysayers are just jealous of what they see you doing. But don't let them stop you. Don't let them discourage you. The only person that can stop you is you.
You. That's right.
So I want to see, people just get up and realize those dreams. And I'm one of them. I'm a staunch believer in that. So.
Thank you so much for sharing Champs with us. I had not even heard of Champs until I had spoke with you. And this is just a wonderful organization. And I speak blessings and success for your future in that organization. Okay, so what are you going to do next?
This is a single called Circles. I've got it on my website, and probably going to include this on that third CD. So just sit back and enjoy.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ronald Rembert Jr.
And we go in circles, trying to figure out where I am today. The sky was so purple, and the wind was blowing every single way. Looked like a storm for me. As I looked up into the sky, soon it will be stormy. Each cloud trying to cry, I'm looking for shelter. I need shelter from the rain. Life so helter-skelter. Life had me filled with so much pain. Sick of the circles, tired going round and round, moving just like a turtle. Now it's time for me to get up off the ground, still staying around. Like a top moving on the floor, I keep hitting the ground. While I'm looking for an open door, will somebody help me? Or will you just watch me and stare? Can somebody tell me which way to be free and how to get there? Tired of the cycles of the circles. It's time to be free. Lord, open the circles, yeah. It's time for me to have peace. Now I'm free from the circles, free from the circles. No more going round and round. Overcame all the hurdles, overcame all the hurdles. Now it's time for me to wear my crown. No, I'm free from the circles, free from the circles. No more going round and round. Overcame all the hurdles, overcame all the hurdles. Now it's time for me to wear my crown, 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 crown. Time for me to wear my crown, 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 yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Oops. All right. Dr. Rembert, I forgot to ask you if people wanted to donate to Champs, where could they do that? Do you all accept donations?
Champs Alumni Development does, and as a matter of fact, we'll include a link on the Facebook page, on the Twitter page, and the Instagram page. So if people are interested in donating to the organization, they can.
Okay. I need to do one more Labor Day, and I'm going to be giving away this CD entitled entitled One, Dr. Ron Rembert Jr. Okay, here is the other scrambled. All right, you see it? So if you can figure out what that is, unscramble those letters and figure out what that is. It has to do with something pertaining to Labor Day. Put that in the comments and we're going to find out who the winners are, okay? All right. So let's go back to Dr. Rembert. All right. So I know you have a shoe line. And when I saw that, I was like, because they are just so cool looking. Oh my goodness.
So let me go. So this is the One Lux, and I've got a couple of shoes in my shoe line that I've designed. So I'm working with a company called Alive Shoes, based out of Europe. So these shoes are made over in Italy, but these are the most recent shoes. As you can see, the little custom shoe box. But these are the high tops.
Sparkling stars.
Exactly. Look fancy. But I've also got low top as well. And these are called anointed ones. Let me get that on the screen.
I want to be walking in the anointed ones.
So also custom box.
Oh, wow.
Let me show you. So these are the anointed ones. Lovely walking shoes.
Turn them around. Turn them around. Those are nice.
Beautiful leather. Let me get you guys a good look.
Those are nice.
Yeah, it's nice and comfortable. But I love these shoes. But also, I love the ability to feed into the dream. Like I mentioned, don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. It's like people sometimes ask me, how are you doing all of this stuff? And I'm like, by the grace of God. That's all I can say. Thank Jesus for this opportunity, and basically look for other opportunities to not only, open up doors, but to be a blessing to others as well. So this is not just about, having businesses or being successful. It's how you contribute and give back to others. So
that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
We are blessed to be a blessing.
That's it. That's it exactly. So
how did you come up with that vision for your shoe line?
It's funny. I just thought about, I was looking at shoes with my son and like certain gym shoes and just different styles. But there's a shoe culture that has really developed all around the world. I remember when Air Jordans first came out in the 80s and people were just clamoring.
Crazy about it.
Exactly.
They still do.
I remember, I know, because it's just, there's a culture that's associated with it. They're cool, they're fun, they're unique. But it's something that, can be your own signature style. So I wanted to have something that was my own signature style, but that others can wear as well and enjoy. But I didn't want it to, necessarily look like everybody else's. I know the anointed ones, those are, very nice and comfortable. And but I wanted to take it up a notch when I developed the One Lux, those high tops. So those are, a little more fancy, a little more flashy. And they do catch people's attention when you got them on. You're walking by and those stars start reflecting. People sitting there like, oh, okay, those are different. Those are nice. Okay.
Men and women can wear those.
Yes, indeed.
I buy some of my gym shoes are men's gym shoes, but those stars are like really, really catchy. I really like those.
Awesome.
So tell us about the process. How long did it take you to design your shoe? Did it take a long time or?
It did. When I started designing the anointed ones, it probably took me at least a couple months to come up with the design. And then after that, send it to the company for it to be finalized and then created in their factories overseas. So the One Lux, the high top, took even longer because I had been thinking about it, like what other shoe would I like to do? And I was like, I wanted to always do a high top, but have it, look unique and be individual. So I sat there and kind of designed it and then went back to the drawing board and designed it, went back to the drawing board, designed it. And then I was like, let me just try something a little different. And once I saw those stars, start putting those stars, it just kind of caught my eye. I was like, this is it. I like this. And it's eye-catching, but it's unique. It's like, people see it and they're just like, wow, because I haven't seen any shoes that look like that.
One thing I like about the anointed ones, you can wear those with just about anything too.
Yes.
And I mean, they look really, really good and classy.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I think that's really, really awesome. If anybody wants to find out how to purchase your shoes, they can go to the anointedsacks.com, right?
Yes, they
Okay.
can purchase it from anointedsacks.com, and from there, it'll open up my page on the Alive Shoes, where they can um, choose the size, and they're unisex. They have men and women's sizes, and basically the price is $179 for the uh, anointed ones and $244 for the one lux, and
Hmm.
that includes shipping from Italy.
Okay.
Mhm.
I get it. Okay. So, Dr. Rembert, we're coming to the close almost. And so I'm going to give you a chance to give some shout outs to special people that have been with you through your musical journey, your medical journey, your shoe journey, your champs journey. Just go ahead and give your shout outs. They're probably on here watching, hopefully.
Well, first, I'd like to give honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and thank Him for this opportunity just to be here. You know, a lot of times I didn't even think I'd get to this point growing up where I grew up and seeing some of the things that happen to people around me. I want to give a shout out to my wife and family for supporting me throughout the years, you know, ups and downs, thick and thin. To my mother, Anna Rembert, love her, and she's been a blessing. My sisters, Kathy, Dawn, my brother Charles. To my family and relatives, love you guys. Um, Busy all the time, so don't always get a chance to spend time with, you know, family and friends and stuff. Want to give a shout out again to Dr. John Bradley for his tireless and effortless work that he's put in over the years, as well as to the family of Dr. Reginald Jones. Thank you, Mrs. Jones, for loaning him to us for all of these years that he was with us before he passed away, and for just being a blessing. Want to thank Dr. Dennis Garrett, Dr. Elliot Forte, Dr. Julia Harris, Dr. Monique Alfred Jones, Dr. Kimberly Battle, Dr. Chantel Shackelford, and others that I'm working with, not only on this Champs alumni development, but on making a difference in this world. I'd like to give a shout out to the National Medical Association, which is the African American Medical Association here in the United States. It was founded over 100 years ago, when African Americans weren't allowed to join the American Medical Association. And from that, we have a local body called the Cook County Physicians Association that I'm also a part of. So I want to give a shout out to the National Medical Association and the Cook County Physicians Association, as well as to two members in our chapter who are former presidents, Dr. Neva Lubin Johnson and Dr. Javette Orgain. I want to thank them for their leadership, and just, you know, encourage people to keep making a difference, keep being a difference, and just sky's the limit. And also encourage everybody to go vote.
Yes.
Now more than ever, this is a crucial election. I mean, it's like the future of our country hangs in the balance in this election. So want to encourage everybody, you know, if you got to vote by mail, definitely vote by mail, but send it early, or even have somebody drop it off at the Board of Elections if there's a concern, because there is a concern about, you know, the mail being delivered. Or if you're willing to stand in line and go vote, just let's get it done. Let's be safe in the midst of all of this. You know, still have to practice social distancing, still wear our masks, still wash our hands, still do all those things to keep ourselves, our families, friends, and loved ones, and those around us safe.
Yes.
But want to encourage everybody, get out there and vote, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ron Rembert. You said a mouthful right there. And I really want to thank you for spending time on Friday Night Live, encouraging us, sharing your music, telling us about Champs, telling us about your beautiful shoe line, and blessings to you and your
Thank
future
you.
endeavors. And I'll be calling you again to do this when the third CD hits. I'm ready. So you got to come back and spotlight it on Friday Night Live. It's really good seeing you again.
Thank
Gay
you.
Dale. And okay. And you all be blessed. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kat, for having us. We appreciate you. Keep doing
All
what
right.
you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Rembert. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. Did you all enjoy that? That was Dr. Ronald Rembert. Yes, that was awesome. Let me see if I can get my music going. You know, I like to have music in the background. Let me see what I can do. And those of you that came on late, my music director is on her bed of affliction. And so she's not in here. And so I'm just making all kinds of mistakes, but that's okay. We're still having a good time, right? I hope so. Let's see. Is that all right? That's better. I'm getting it. Okay. All right. So let's go to the comments. First of all, let me show you these answers. So this was the first one. Okay, were you all able to figure that one out? That was holiday. And then here's the second one. Anybody get it right? The answer was parade. All right, so what I'm going to have to do, I got to go into my comments. Let me see. Oh, my mother's on here, Dr. Rembert, and she says she needed a size 7, 7.5. Dr. Rembert, you have to go look at all these comments. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if anybody has the first one, holiday. Let me see. I see Dr. Cedric Rice in the house. Dr. Cedric Rice, that's my former genetics teacher. Bless you, Dr. Rice. I see Karen got holiday. T got holiday. Auntie Ada got holiday. Deb got holiday. Auntie Sally. Tina. My mother said holy day. No. Oh, holiday. Okay. Virginia Mobley, holiday. Somebody put ribs on there. That, you know what? Y'all be playing. Who put barbecue ribs? Greens and hot water cornbread. How did y'all come up with that? Okay, so let me do my little tally and see who's got it. Let's see. In the background, you're listening to Kevin Moore, Look and Live. You guys check him out on Wednesdays, Worship Wednesdays. He does it on YouTube. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's look. What are y'all talking about on here? Dr. Rembert, you should see all this. Somebody put smoothie salad and peach cobbler. What in the world? Okay. It looks like the winner is going to be Tina Wilson for holiday. All right. The second one was parade. Let's see. Okay, we got them. Donaldson said parade. Tina said parade. Portland said parade. Karen. Hey, Karen. My birthday. Pastor Neil. Hey, True Christian Fellowship. T said parade. Mom said parade. Mother the Balls. Hey, Mother. Let's see. Okay. Let us see. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's Karen Edmonds. All right, so Tina, you got this one coming? Karen, you got this one coming? Oh, wait. So what I need you to do is go into my inbox, and I need your mailing address so I can get these out to you guys, all right? What I'm going to do, let's do our accolades right quick. And then what I want to do is I'm going to end the show with one of Dr. Ron Rembert's videos. How about that? Okay, so we definitely want to thank Dr. Rembert for hanging out with us today. Yes! Yes. Next week in the house, we got Brian Pugh. Oh my goodness, he's going to be here. Yes, I cannot wait. And also we have business owner of Love Stitches, Andrea Tarpley, is going to be in the house. You guys got to make sure that you're here for that. Don't forget about our website. You can actually go on our website and watch the show online as well. Check out our website. You'll find all the old shows. You'll find out who's coming up. You find out a little bit about Friday Night Live. Go check it out. Congratulations to all of our winners. Congratulations. And so we're going to do Kat Cheryl's shout outs. She's not here. So let's see what we got. Let's see. You guys send a well wishes to my daughter. She's laying in the bed looking at this probably. Let's see. Who did I say hi to? Hi, Cece. I said hi to Deb Pitts, Auntie Ada. I said hi to her. And I want to say hi to all the people listening on YouTube. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the show. Let's see. Let's see. I think I got everybody pretty much. Did I see everybody's name? Oh, Alicia DeBose is in the house. Saxophonist. Hey. Let's see. Who else we got? Yeah, I think I got everybody. So you guys give me a second. I am going to try to put up Dr. Rembert's CD entitled Strength. And hold on. I'm trying to get it. I'm just trying my best. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get on here. All right, you guys. Wait a minute. Let me turn off Kevin. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I'm just so rusty. Okay, let's listen. This is Dr. Ron Rembert's song entitled Strength. You guys have a safe holiday weekend, and I will see you next week, same time, same platform. Be blessed, and I hope you all enjoy this.
Help me to see what I could not see. Help me to be what I could not be. Help me to stand in the eye of the storm. Kept me safe in your arms. You are the strength that I need. You are the air that I breathe. I am the ground, you are the sea. Thank you, Lord, for setting me free. The joy of the Lord is my strength. His peace too deep to comprehend. The Lord is mighty and He is strong. My life only He can mend. The joy of the Lord is my strength. His peace too deep to comprehend. The Lord is mighty and He is strong. My life only He can mend. Help me to laugh in the midst of the pain. Help me to shine through the rain. Help me to help someone else. Help me to look beyond myself. Embrace me when I try to run. Help me in the peace of His everlasting arms. Told me that I was not the only one going through this trial. The joy of the Lord is my strength. His peace too deep to comprehend. The Lord is mighty and He is strong. My life only He can mend. The joy of the Lord is my strength. His peace too deep to comprehend. The Lord is mighty and He is strong. My life only He can mend. You give me peace. You give me joy. You give me strength. I thank you, Lord. You give me peace. You give me joy. You give me strength. I thank you, Lord. You give me peace. You give me joy. You give me strength. I thank you, Lord. You give me peace. You give me joy. You give me strength. I thank you, Lord. Help me to see what I could not see. Help me to be what I could not be. Helps me to stand in the eye of the storm. Kept me safe in your arms. You are the strength that I need. You are the air that I breathe. I am the ground, you are the sea. I thank you, Lord, for setting me free.